Good evening, cult members, and welcome to Pop Culture Cult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
This is our instantly out of the theater, non-spoiler review of Tron Ares. Do not listen to idiots on the internet as you watch a couple of idiots on the internet. Thoughts?
Okay, well, first of all, I don't watch, listen, read, whatever, anything before I go into a movie because I just, whatever. I thought it was good. It's interesting because as we were watching it, it's as different as Tron Legacy was from the original Tron. Tron Ares is different from Tron Legacy. And it's, if you think about it, we're not talking about 8-bit anymore or 64-bit or 128-bit. We're talking about, 4K,
AI.
Terabytes,
Yeah.
petabytes worth of data. So, just in the context of being in a computer environment, in a computer, being programs and on the grid and all of that, each one is going to be different.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. The music is banging, of course. It's Nine Inch Nails.
When they announced 9 Inch Nails, because Daft Punk doesn't exist anymore.
Or does it?
When they announced 9 Inch Nails, a lot of people had hesitation, which was completely legitimate. The Daft Punk Tron Legacy soundtrack is a top 3 soundtrack of all time.
Yes. Yep.
And enhances that movie. So I get that.
Yeah.
I get that conversation. But 9 Inch Nails was everything you wanted. My seat was rumbling. They could have turned it up to 11. It was like 9.5 a couple of times. Okay, I'm going to try to do this without cussing too much.
Okay.
Some of the criticism I have heard online, very vocal criticism, is that the story is convoluted and disjointed. And what they do in this movie is they tell 2 parallel stories at the same time. Instead of spending all of our time on the grid, like the first 2 do, they tell a story on the grid while still telling the real world story. Because the story of this movie is about taking what happens on the grid, the programs, the cycles, the tanks, all of that, and bringing it to the real world.
Right.
That is the conversation in this movie. So they have to tell both stories simultaneously. That doesn't always blend with some people's view of storytelling. And I think that might be the problem that people are having with this. Most people are okay with a out of order storytelling. But when you're telling 2 consecutive stories at the same time that are intermixing and affecting each other, people get lost. And I don't think this movie is lost. You get lost in it. Everything makes sense. Yep. The whole way. And the reasoning for every character makes complete sense. And they describe it to you with dialogue, with facial expressions, with everything that goes on in this movie. They explain the motivation of each of these characters. And you feel empathy and sorrow and joy with each one of them. If you want to complain that you don't like Jared Leto as an actor, then don't go to the movie.
Yeah.
Jared Leto is a great actor. Period. He's a weirdo as a real person. He's a rock star.
I wouldn't say he's a weirdo. He's just
eccentric.
He's eccentric. He's, he's Jeff Bridges. Man.
I really, really like Jared Leto. Yeah. I like him as an actor. I like him as a performer. I like him as a musician. Because he gets off the grid multiple times during the year, because he dives 100% into the thing that he's in, people think that he's just strange. And he is a little bit strange, and that's fine. But he's an amazing actor, and he's great in this role. He is so good in this role, being the detached, unemotional program as he is programmed, and then finding emotion and empathy and sorrow, like I was talking about, as his character develops throughout the entire movie. And I think because people bring this baggage with them to the movie, that they hate Jared Leto, I don't understand that they can't get past that to see what he actually did in this movie. It looks amazing. Bringing the world of the grid to the real world was my biggest concern, and how it would actually look.
And how it would work. The cycles were practical. The outfits were practical. The only thing that wasn't practical is that big giant U-shaped tank that comes in. And it looks amazing. And I looked for mistakes. There's a couple of times when they're on the cycle and the grid where you're like, okay, whatever. But it wasn't enough to take me out of the movie. It is a complete story. It's one complete story. They leave some Easter eggs, though, that could possibly be a sequel. And I, for one, want to see it, because I see what they could do in a sequel idea. Tron Ares with a Z. And the soundtrack is amazing. Yeah.
Score.
8.
I'm gonna do it 9.
Okay. This
is in the conversation of favorite movies of my year. This is in the conversation. I gotta look at the list and stuff, but
it's gonna be in. Oh, it's definitely gonna be in my top 10.
Yeah. I gotta think.
I
know Fantastic Four is really good. And Thunderbolts is really good. And Sinners.
Yeah. And we still have a couple movies to
go. So let us know what you thought of our reaction in the comments down below. Please be nice, because I'm tired of people getting on here and saying that a movie is completely trash and telling people not to go see it. Make your own opinion. Take ours into account. Take other people's into account. Go see the movie. Make your own choice. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, follow us on all the social media stuff, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I don't do Twitter anymore. Blue Sky, TikTok. If you're on TikTok, follow us. If you're on YouTube, follow us. And until next time, cult members, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.